Hey, what's up? It's me, Kandi, and this is my new blog I'm starting. I just want to do a blog that kind of gave people a little bit more insight on me, my thoughts. Not that everybody cares, but what's going on with me, the bitter and the sweet. Just a second ago, I left the room with my daughter, and it just she made me kind of cry because I I was just, I know everybody think I'm a crybaby, which really I'm not, but I was just talking to her, and she was saying, I wish we had our old life back. And I was like, what do you mean? And she was like, you always got to go do stuff, tape it for this and tape it for that, and you don't even get to do the stuff with me anymore. And I was like, yes, I do. And she's like, no, you don't. We don't get to go to Six Flags like we always do. We don't get to do this. We don't get to do that. We only went to the movies a couple times in the last month. And she was like, I wish you weren't even doing that show. Y'all know what show I'm referring to. But, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to get all nasty looking. But she was just basically like, I wish you wasn't even doing that show. And it's hurtful. But, I'm like, well, I have to work, Riley. This is my job. It's business or whatever. And she's like, well, I know you have to work, but blah, 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 blah. Which brings me to saying that I know I'm not the only one that deals with this, meaning that I'm a single mom. I know there's a lot of other single moms that go through the same thing that I go through, as far as, you start feeling guilty about having a career because you want to be there all the time, for your child. You want to be there 24/7, to be there to do all the fun stuff. You want to be able to do everything that they ever dreamed about in life. But at the same time, you got to keep making things happen so that they can have all the finer things in life. Like, how do you continue to make money and do the things that you need to do so that you can provide what you need to provide for your family, but not take away from the quality time that how do you do that? How do you be there for your children like you're supposed to be and going above and beyond like you want to be and supposed to be, but still continue to handle your business and provide the life that you want to provide for them? That's hard. I guess I need to ask that to the world. What are you supposed to do? How are you supposed to handle your business and continue to be successful, but at the same time not take away from the quality time and the everything that you're supposed to be given when you have a child? I try to act like I have it all figured out most of the time, but I really don't. And a lot of my friends who are single parents, they say the same thing. Like, it's hard for them when they have their own businesses and different things that they're doing. They're like, they feel the same thing, like they're taking away from their child by doing everything that they're doing from the day to day or whatever. No. Really, I don't have an answer. I'm trying to figure it out as I go along, I guess. Anyway, please be looking out for my blog, which I'll be constantly sending out messages a few times a week. So come check me out. Understand that I will not be crying on every blog. It just so happened that my daughter had me crying. And so now I'm just kind of like transferring my thoughts to y'all, you know what I mean? And that's what this is about. The bitter and the sweet. And somewhere in between. I guess. Well, love you guys.